Despite our hopes to the contrary, prejudice remains a pressing concern in America today, and given the current state of our nation, it appears to be exacerbating rather than improving. Rachel and Aaron Halbert is a couple who have faced a unique challenge because of the color of their children's skin. They met on a blind date in 2004. Aaron grew up in Honduras until he was 10 and then became a missionary, spreading religious teachings. Rachel was born in Mississippi. When they met, they felt a strong connection. They both shared humble personalities and a desire to make the world better through their faith. As they worked together on missionary projects, their relationship turned romantic. They both dreamed of starting a family. When they got married, they were excited to have a big and happy family. However, after trying for years, they realized it wasn't as easy as they thought. Rachel was struggling to get pregnant eventually. The couple reached a mutual decision. Rachel and Aaron lived in Mississippi after marriage, and since they had a big home, they both agreed that it would look a lot better and happier with kids running around. So they did the necessary work and decided to adopt 2 African American children. The Halbert couple knew how much the kids needed help, but they wanted to give them more than that. Rachel and Aaron wanted to share their compassion and love. When the 2 African American kids were officially adopted, they named them Ford and Catherine, and the Halbert house became a home. Thanks to the arrival of these 2 adorable children, Rachel was happy to see how easily the kids settled and adjusted to their new environment. It seemed like they had known each other for a long time. Of course, there were some people in their home state who raised their eyebrows. While they didn't directly confront the couple when they walked out of their house with their adopted children, their actions and facial expressions were enough. Fortunately, Rachel and Aaron were not the types to be easily intimidated. The children's skin color didn't mean anything to them. They needed a home, and the color of their skin wasn't going to stop the Halbert couple from giving them one. While Rachel and Aaron were extremely happy to have Ford and Catherine in their lives, they often found themselves thinking that something was still missing. Both of them had dreamed of having a big family, and it felt like having 2 kids was not enough. Then one day, Rachel came across interesting information about embryo adoption. When Aaron found out about the procedure, they agreed that they had found the perfect solution to make their family complete. The Halberts felt excited about the embryos that were sitting frozen, waiting to be born. Without further ado, they decided that it would be the perfect way to expand their family. But more than just making their family bigger, Aaron knew the reason why his wife was insistent. The procedure would allow Rachel to enjoy the magic of pregnancy and childbirth. She had been dreaming of it for years. Together, the couple went to the embryo donation bank. There, they found twin embryos, and what's more amazing was that the embryos were African American. Rachel and Aaron decided that it would be perfect since they already had African American children. This way, all of their children could be of the same race, even if they weren't of the same parents. Before they came up with the embryo implantation decision, the couple, especially Rachel, had to deal with people in town staring at her and mocking her for adopting 2 children of a different race. Although there were times she couldn't understand why some people had to act like that, she chose to keep quiet and continue to do what she believed was right. Her husband had been very supportive, as well as their families and friends. Rachel didn't let this ignorance change her mind about having the African American twin embryos implanted. When she went to Honduras to see her doctor, it was time to make sure that her embryos were okay. After some tests, the doctors asked Rachel and Aaron if they were confident that they had the twins implanted. Rachel and Aaron thought that something was wrong in their minds. They thought that one of the babies didn't make it, but when the doctor continued, it was their time to be shocked and surprised that their blessing had been tripled. Rachel and Aaron were expecting twins. They were thinking about the names of their would-be daughters. However, it became clear that they needed to think of another name. As the doctor revealed that Rachel wasn't carrying 2 babies, she was carrying 3. Although they both felt overjoyed, the couple couldn't help but wonder how it happened. That's when the doctor told her that one of the embryos had split after implantation and she was now carrying triplets. With Ford and Catherine, the Halbert couple knew that they were incredibly blessed. Their decision to expand their family seemed to be favored by the heavens, and they were made even happier by the addition of another blessing. From twins to triplets, Aaron knew that his wife was ecstatic. She had struggled to conceive, always praying that someday she'd be able to feel that lump of life in her belly. Finally, when it was given to her, it was given really big. The happy mother said that the news was a true blessing. As always, there would be those people who would find fault in every situation, no matter how good it was. Some question the way Rachel chose to become a mother. According to Rachel, her children don't need to have her eyes or her nose to be able to call her their own. She added that they don't even need to share the same skin color. When it comes to family, Rachel says that love is all it takes. According to doctors, pregnant mothers with multiple babies usually do not complete a full-term pregnancy. Since she was carrying triplets, her husband and family were all eyes on her health and safety. When Rachel was close to her due date, the doctors decided to perform a C-section early so that the babies could be born safely. When she delivered black triplets, her husband took a closer look and burst into tears. Although Aaron already considered himself a full-fledged father to Ford and Catherine, nothing prepared him for the feeling he had outside the operating room. So, it was the universal feeling that all fathers-to-be were talking about. When the babies were ready, Aaron excitedly held them in his arms. He couldn't believe how beautiful his 3 new children were and that finally, they had the family they'd always dreamed of. As soon as the triplets were born, Rachel and Aaron felt that their family was finally complete. When they returned to their neighborhood, the Halberts threw a party as a way of giving thanks to their families and friends who had been very supportive. They were right where they wanted to be, and even if there are people who are clearly not happy with their situation, they couldn't care any less. Regardless of criticisms, Rachel and Aaron can go out of their house with their 5 adorable kids, their heads held up high. They both knew that intolerant people in town couldn't keep them from taking their lovely children out and showing them off. Rachel and Aaron shared that while many people look down on their family for having African American children, none of them can ruin their happiness. They're trying their best to live as good citizens, good neighbors, and good parents. Moreover, more people thank them for adopting children in need, regardless of skin color. They keep on telling them that what they've done is a selfless and fantastic thing. Since day one of their journey, Rachel and Aaron recognized the people who fully understand their missions and dreams in life. They both knew that they can't have it all. However, they have enough to make their lives worth living. From the very beginning of their journey, Rachel and Aaron found people who understood their goals and dreams in life. They realized that they might not have everything they want, but they have enough to make their lives meaningful. They didn't let the stares and unfriendly looks bother them. They were thankful for the support they received from many people along the way. Aaron posted on Facebook, saying, "We're grateful for the overwhelming support from our friends and family. Even though our family looks different from the norm. In our hearts, we're just living our dream, even if it's not the typical family setup." Despite America's history, the Halbert kids are happy. It seems that their parents' optimism, kindness, and love have rubbed off on them. While their family photos may not be conventional, you can see the love on everyone's faces, and that's what truly matters in families.